Hey guys, this is Dr. Angela Scopel. I'm here at the Finish First Clinic today, and Lori asked me to do a little sneak peek for you on what I'm going to be talking about at her New Year, New Life event coming up in January. And she asked me to talk about supplements, which is kind of like one of my favorite and not so favorite topics. I kind of have a love-hate relationship for it. So when she asked me to talk about this, I was like, yes, let me do this, because one of the biggest, I guess I'd say, pet peeves of mine is that everyone asks me like, hey doc, what do I take for this or that or this or that? And really what I want to teach you is just how to become what I would call supplement savvy, meaning that you have enough knowledge to make a very common sense decision when it comes to your health and answering your own questions of, should I be taking this? Should I be taking that? When should I be taking this, and when should I be taking that? So this is actually going to be a lot of fun for me, and I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of some of my top favorite supplements that I really think a lot of people should be taking, because there is a lot of research to back these supplements up. Let me say this, when I first started in clinic, that's kind of when I first really dove into Young Living, and thank God that I did, because they actually took a lot of my stress when it came to suggesting and recommending supplements for my patients. They completely took that anxiety and stress away from me, because they gave me very high quality, dependable supplements to use. So we all know that supplements are, one, mislabeled. We also know that a lot of the over-the-counter supplements haven't had the proper amount of research to even determine if they are safe. There's so much out there that, honestly, I guess I would say half or even more than half the supplements out there these days are doing nothing for you, right? But when you get a company who puts 100% of the research behind what they're putting as far as quality and amounts and research behind a product like Young Living, it really takes a lot of the guesswork out of it for you. So my first thing I'm going to say about supplements is find a good company, and Young Living does that. So, don't hesitate when you're looking for a supplement to know that you have the convenience in your own home to go online and order from a very good quality company that has a lot of scientific research behind them to back them up. Second, like I said, there are about 4 or 5 products that I highly recommend all of my patients be on and cycle through. One of them, and I want to go through this now because it's actually one of the promotions, I think, for December's ER point system, is Young Living's Life 9. So that's a probiotic if you've never taken it before. And you may be wondering, okay, first of all, what is a probiotic and why do I need to take it and when do I need to take it, right? I'm going to talk about this with every supplement, so you have all that basic knowledge. But so Young Living's Life 9 is a probiotic. What it is it's basically good bacteria that you can get from food, and you should get from food. But they've basically created a product where they have 17 different cultures in a capsule, which is amazing, because most supplements only offer about 5 billion or 10 billion. There's 17 billion in here, which gives you a very wide diversity of probiotics, meaning good bacteria. So you want a very diverse microbiome, you want a very diverse gut filled with different bacteria, because it helps perform several different functions, right? If I just had one bacteria in my gut, I could only do so much, where if I have a very diverse microbiome, I can handle a lot more. My body can thrive through a lot more circumstances, right? So you can normally get this from food. If you eat stuff like kombucha, which is a fermented tea, which most people don't. Some people, I'll ask them to drink it and they try it and they think it tastes very, I guess I would say fermented like a beer, which I know sounds great, but they don't like the taste of it. So no, half of my patients don't even want to drink that. The other thing I recommend a lot is sauerkraut, which I get about 50-50. Some people will eat it, some people won't. Stuff like kefir, stuff like natto, stuff like miso. These are all fermented foods, and some of them come from like the Japanese culture. So a lot of us aren't even familiar with them. Now, one that a lot of people do eat is yogurt, but let's be honest, the yogurt that you do like has a lot of sugar in it and preservatives to make it taste good. So are you really getting the benefits? You know, are you really finding these things in your food? Probably not. So that's where the supplements come in. And I usually recommend taking a probiotic. It can depend, but I usually recommend taking it with food. And the reason why is because, like I just said, we're supposed to be getting this bacteria, this good thriving bacteria from food. So if we take a supplement like a probiotic with food, our body actually takes the probiotic supplement and the food, and it actually builds an environment that thrives from some of the other minerals and phytochemicals we're getting in our food. Now, I have had some people take it on an empty stomach, but that's usually to be very therapeutic and to treat something. So most of these supplements, like I said, I want you to be able to make a very common sense decision on it. And most of you want to take them just to help build up your immune defense system, right? So take it with food. You can take it in the morning or you can take it in the evening. Sometimes I have people that are ill take it a couple times a day. So everything does depend on your individual circumstances. That's the beauty of it, is that we are all so unique. But in general, as a rule of thumb, you'd want to take it with food and take it as directed on the bottle. And another thing is you definitely want to refrigerate Life 9 because you want this bacteria, this good bacteria, to be thriving while, you know, you're finishing a whole bottle of it. You want to put it in a good environment where it can continue to thrive. Instead of putting it in maybe a warm environment where it can change, you know, the culture of the capsule and the bacteria that's in it. So that was kind of like a very quick rundown. I have more to say about probiotics in the event, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of how we're going to address every single supplement that are amongst my top 5 that I'm telling you, your entire body would change if you did this on a monthly basis and cycled through these 5 products I'm going to go over. So that was just a sneak peek. I hope at the end of it you guys feel super supplement savvy and feel much more confident in handling a lot of questions when it comes to supplements.